Hi there, and thanks for tuning in. Today's notes we're going to be talking about a lesson 11.7, dilations. You do get a handout today for today's notes, so just make sure that you've gotten a copy of those. If not, ask me for them and I can give them to you if you were looking at this video before. We're going to be writing down 6 things on that paper. We are going to be graphing something, so that's why you're also going to be getting that handout. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to talk about is what is actually a dilation, and that's when you transform a shape and you're transforming the size, but not necessarily the shape of a figure. When the scale factor is going to be greater than 1, you're going to be enlarging the figure. When the scale factor is less than 1, you're going to be reducing the figure. Let's go ahead and take time now to pause the video right here so we can write the vocabulary term down, what an enlargement and what a reduction is, and then click play when you're ready to move on to see what dilations look like. So number 2 in your notes, you're just going to tell me if it's yes, a dilation, or no, it's not. So let's go ahead and pause here so you can try 2A and 2B, and once you're done, click play to check your work. Okay, so number 2A is yes, a dilation because the figure has gotten larger. Number 2B is not a dilation, that's just a translation. All we've done is we've taken the blue figure and just slid it to make the red figure. Again, here's 3A and 3B. Let's go ahead and pause here to try if we know what the difference of dilation is, and once you're done, click play. Okay, so 3A is not a dilation, that's actually a reflection, but 3B is a dilation because the red figure has gotten bigger to make the blue figure. The next thing we're going to do is just look at these two coordinates, and you notice how and I want you to maybe look at how the blue figure, which is a smaller triangle here in the middle, has changed to make the red figure. Also note, I want you to notice the coordinates and how they're changing. How does blue change to red? Go ahead and take time now to pause this video and answer the question, how are the two sets of coordinates related? Okay, so by now you should have noticed that each of the coordinates are being multiplied by 2. Because the coordinates are being multiplied 2, that means we have a scale factor of 2. Remember, whenever a figure gets bigger, your scale factor is going to be larger than 1, and that's exactly what has happened. We've implemented the scale factor of being 2 because we did, or excuse me, we've actually multiplied it by 3. That's my bad. Whenever we're multiplying this and we're taking the scale factor and making it larger, that means we're multiplying by a number bigger than 1. So scale factor of 3, my fault. The next thing we're going to do is draw images and then actually change the scale factor. So first you're going to see me plot these original points. A is 1, 3, B is 2, 3, and C is 2, 1. So here's the original figure. What I'm going to do now is implement a scale factor of 3, which just means timesing each of those coordinates by 3. So here are my new coordinates. I've listed them over there on the left, and I'm going to plot the new points in red. So all I've done is multiplied each of those points by 3. A is going to be 3, 9, B will be 6, 9, and C will be 6, 3. Again, here are the new coordinates. The red triangle is 3 times as big as the blue triangle because I've scale factored the shape as a dilation of 3. The next one in your notes is what you're going to try. You're going to draw the original shape first and the dilations. There should be 2 shapes here, original and the new one, and you're going to make the increase be a scale factor of 2, which means you're going to be multiplying each of those points by 2. Go ahead and take time now to pause the video to try number 5 on your own, and once you're done, click play. Okay, so the first thing you should have done was plotted the original shape. Here's the original shape in red with each of the points labeled. Next, you should have found the scale factor of 2. Here's what your new point should be. A prime should be at 2, 6 because you multiplied 1 times 2 and 3 times 2. B prime should be 8, 6 because you multiplied both 4 and 3 by 2. And C prime should be 8, 2 because you multiplied 4 and 1. Once you're done plotting your points, your figure should be 2 times as large and still be a similar figure as the one before. So here's what your 2 things should look like for number 5. The next thing we're going to talk about is whenever we have a dilation that's smaller than 1, and we're going to talk about the scale factor of 1/2. Remember, anything that's less than 1 will get smaller. So this is definitely going to be a reduction because your scale factor is less than 1. Is less than 1. So what I'm going to do first is plot the original points. So here are my original points. In order to find all of my new points, I'm going to take the scale factor and half it, or divide by 2. So here are my new points. All I've done is just taken each individual number and dividing them by 2. And this is what my new points would look like. X, W, Y, and Z have all been halved, so they're all going to be 2 times as small as the original figure. This next one you're going to try on your own, and you're going to be drawing the triangle and the dilation. So that means you should have 2 shapes once you're done, and you're going to be dividing by 3 because you're doing a scale factor of 1/3. So let's go ahead and take the time now to pause the video, write the original shape, and then dilate it with the scale factor of 1/3, then click play to check your work. Okay, the first thing you should have done was plot the original points. Here, what your original points look like. The next thing you needed to do was find all of your new points. What I did to find the new points is I divided all of these points by 3. D prime will be at 1, 1. E prime will be at 3, 2. And F prime will be at 2, 0. Your new figure should be 3 times as small as your original figure. That's going to conclude our notes for today, so just make sure you have your 6 things written in your notes for today. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you